on, Rangers! Come
I
on, Rangers!
missed the whole game.
Times are tense at Meadowbank. A week into the new year, it feels like Dorking's season could go either way. The heavy defeat at Eastleigh a week earlier has dented confidence. And yet, the Wanderers are just 10 points outside of the playoffs. But the thing is, they're also just 8 points outside of the relegation zone. And today, Oldham Athletic are coming to town. A side they probably should have beaten in their first National League away fixture. And despite Oldham's updated squad list and their change in management, Dorking are looking at this game as one they should be winning. So as the rain beats down on a cold, cold day, Mark is keen to instil his players with the confidence he believes they should be stuffed with for a game that could, when we look back on it, define their season.
Have you checked this from above?
We've been upstairs in the lounge and looked at it, yeah. It's not too clogged up.
Is it alright? Yeah. We just don't want any areas where they've done doggies and that. You might want to double check it, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Just make sure, like, have a walk around the whole thing as well, Matt.
Yeah.
Like, I like one look from up there, but you can't see it all. Then just go, get someone to walk around the whole thing.
Yeah. Alan, we'll just have a walk around this pitch and have a look.
I'll just walk around it just to check. It's where they do doggies and that you get straight lines of rubber.
Did you see that now?
Today is going to be similar to like how we played against York City. I thought York was one of our only real National League performances. It was like fucking defending long balls, being strong, you know, blood and guts. I thought we played really well that day against a really good side that then went on a half decent run. I actually thought it was our best home performance of the season. And today smells similar because of how they play. We're going to be very much, you know, one part very defensive, the other part absolutely fucking globetrotters. That's the plan, okay? So the boys at the back are going to win all the dogged stuff, and the boys in front are going to do the damage, and the boys will come off the bench and they'll get it over the line, and then we'll go home tonight going bosh. So we're going to play with back three: Archie, big and strong Arch, Ed, big and strong, Baz, big and strong, Dan. So Dan's going to do that surrogate centre-half role. Now, obviously, I don't think we'll do this, but if we need to, we can go into a back four really easily, obviously, right, with one fucking positional change, okay? But we won't need to do that today at all. So, Egan, Niall, McShane, we're going to try and play this like a box today. Like we're going to try and do this sort of 3-6-1 thing. Right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and overrun them in these areas because that's their weakness. One or two things will happen in the game. We'll work that extra space massively effectively from one side to the other. That is what is going to be on the whole time. So you'll see Seba will have the ball and it'll be quite easy for me to set and get that Macca in that box going in to get that one, to then get these big one-on-one situations that we play for. That is going to be where it is for us today, right? But the keeper, we're going to keep him kicking out of his hands, yeah? And pressing the whole time, all right? He will kick the length of the pitch though, but that's totally fine. Like, big used to, okay? Mate, we've beaten all the fucking old school big clubs. We've handed their asses to them down here, Notts County, York City. Big clubs have come down here, had their asses handed, okay? We've had great days this year. This will be another one, but we'll have to beat an 11 out of 10. You know, the old adage in football, you know, like you can't get away with fucking 3 boys being a 6. Like, you can't. I want to see communication out there. I want to see fucking organisation. I want to hear everybody, right? All over the fucking park, right? Really fucking turn the heat up on this lot, okay? Massively. All right, lads? Good. What time are we getting at, Beardy? Get going, boys. Well, it's a completely different game. They've got a new manager. They've got shitloads of new players, some really good quality players. The trajectory's changed a little bit. You know, they're fighting for their lives. I think we went to Oldham on a big pitch on a sunny day thinking, look, we can outplay this lot, and we did. But we gave away a couple of soft goals. But I think this game we're going to have to win a battle. I think this, for what it's worth, they're just going to give absolutely everything. They're off the back of a draw against Notts County, which we have to respect massively. You don't know what to expect with us. I think that'd be a fair comment. We're not in a consolidated form at the moment, and by consolidated form I mean in terms of like the same starting 10 or 9 every week with 1 or 2 changes. We're nowhere near that. So we are always tossing things upside down a bit. We're trying to survive. We're a little bit like, head above water with injuries, and we're just trying to get by on that old Wanderers spirit, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I want the boys. We've had a couple of our recent home games, been really good down here. York City in particular at home, clean sheet. Going to be mentioning that a few times today. Getting their heads with it, just getting their heads with, recollection of a really good day, similar day to today as well.
Since we last saw Oldham, you've had quite a few changes, change of management, a lot of new players. What's it been like?
A nightmare, to be honest with you. We've not done much. We've struggled quite a bit down at the foot of the table. I've not been to as many games as I'd like, but I've seen the few games I've seen. We've been a bit, unambitious, I think is the best word for it. Just lacking any sort of drive to go forward.
It's all going pear-shaped, really. Players in, players out. For me, you need to get a squad together and keep them together to be able to progress anything. And it's players in, players out. It's changing tactics all the time. Playing one up front is ridiculous. Last New Year's Day against Notts County, he went 2 up front, and we got a result.
It can be encapsulated by the sort of games like Notts County the other week, not the one we just played, the one before that, where they played us off the park in the first half and we had no chance. And it's just been like that for, 20 years now.
Well, things weren't going right at the club, but just recently, when I say recently, started, the season got taken over. And since then, we've got a new manager in. All right, we're not doing well under him. A lot of people saying he should be going, but then, the way I look at it, you need time.
At the time it was right, yeah, because it was, he'd retired before that, Sheridan and that, so his football was probably a bit outdated, and it's time for a change, I think.
Me personally, I would say mid-table.
I think that's realistic.
Yeah, I do, yeah. And then next season, go for it. That's my honest opinion.
I thought we could go up. Obviously come straight down, you'd think we might have a chance, and then we kept some of the squad last year, so I was always going to change after the last 4 years of Abdallah and all, but with the new owners, it's been a nightmare really with the managers, and then I think we had 38 players at one point.
David Unsworth, I'm not too sure on him. He's only managed really at youth level. I'd like to see someone who knows this league come in, but we've got to give him a bit of a chance.
Frank Rothwell, he's took control of the club. He's got bars open at Boundary Park. He's got the ball rolling. He comes in himself and does bits and bats. He's on the car park with shovels. He's the club's man.
My name's Frank Rothwell. I'm the owner and chairman of Oldham Athletic, who was one of the founder clubs in the Premier League. Well, Oldham was going to go the way of Bury, and Bury got thrown out of the Football League completely because they went into administration, and that was going to happen with Oldham. I live in Oldham. My children were born in Oldham at Boundary Park Hospital. It's only 100 yards away from the stadium, and we couldn't let that happen to our beloved town of Oldham. So we bought the club. I'm going to give everybody some advice. Don't buy a football club. In business, I can control what happens. I can't control everything that happens in a football club. Mark and myself, we're very, very similar, but we're opposite, because Mark is an expert on football. I'm not. I'm an expert on business, So, because I've set up my own business. But what I've got to really tell you is I've got 2 Guinness World Records. Yes. You won't see many people with that. I've got the oldest man or sorry, not oldest man, I've got the oldest person to row a boat across the Atlantic, and I've got the oldest person to do it solo. Something he did today was never been done before. He went to put 500 quid behind the bar in the Spotted Dick pub up the road here for our supporters. Oh, do you know it took them 20 minutes to sup it? They like a drink our lot.
When he's booming it in this wind, assuming that we're going to kick the way we do first half, what you've got to do is talk to each other, because what you don't want to do is spoon your fucking head on it and then give away fucking corners and throws and shit. You know, so Dan Lincoln, like, if you know, tell them to leave it. If you don't think there's any immediate danger, just fucking leave it. Does that make sense? Right, let it go out of play, leave it, relax, okay? All right? They're going to obviously try and full press us, I'd imagine, believe it or not, even though they're not that sort of team. So that's quite a good thing, because teams that don't full press don't do it for a reason, because they don't know how to. All right? But we'll just go round the edges, Dan, yeah? Please. Or Macca. Round the edges or Macca, okay? Yeah. Just remember when you're playing out loud, the longer you think about what you're doing, the more you're pressed. All I want to say is just about going home tonight, another valuable 3 points. You know, the more times we get these 3 points at home and beat these clubs, the more we fucking enjoy the division, enjoy our next match. All right, boys, very confident today. Let's go. Come on. Cheers for being mascots. High fives, lads. You all right? Cheers for being mascots, yeah? Frank, good luck, mate. All the best, mate. All the best, lads.
I don't mean that, do you?
Nah, not fucking one word of it.
I need your number, so we speak.
Yeah. Fucking raining, mate. Look at it. Fucking wet, innit? Has it been raining the whole warm-up?
Nah. We're supposed to stop at 12. Might be 12 tomorrow.
That's a long way home, soaking wet, innit?
Yeah, the problem is once you're wet, aren't you? And this is wet rain.
Not only are Dorking hosting a former Premier League team in the league for the first time in their history, but they're up against a star-studded dugout, with Everton legend David Unsworth managing the visitors, flanked by former Everton, Arsenal and, of course, Charlton striker Franny Jeffers.
What a fucking career, Franny, mate. He's a fucking Arsenal fan. He's loving life, mate.
Love you.
Joking, get his autograph. Show him your tattoo with him. Nah, Franny, be fair, mate. I thought you was all right, but I did get your head on me. Don't feel comfortable there. Watch that car.
Please welcome to the pitch, Oldham Athletic and Dorking Wanderers!
By the way, FYI, I've seen teams on artificial, they do this in the middle of the pitch. So when they do their come there, they just go in there and do it and they take the cones away. This is an old school thing,
yeah,
so you didn't fuck the pitch up.
It's about being lazy, so you don't have to run and pick the cones up.
David, good luck, mate. Mate.
What's that?
All the best. Good to meet you, mate. All the best, mate. Good game, ref.
The goal down that end was popped up, the corners popped up, I don't know who's best to sort it.
All right, mate, I'll get someone on it.
Bloody hell.
Hey, let's go, come on, let's go! That's it, we're done. Let's try. Boys, get settled bench, yeah?
With the goal nets fixed and the bench settled, Dorking get going in a game that the home fans are expecting much from. But it's the visiting team that has the first taste of action.
Always spinning, always spinning. Back shoulders, Jimmy! 7 minutes. 36. 36 to full.
What's happening here? Baz! Fucking hell!
Ellis Chapman goes unchallenged 25 yards from goal, and his low drive is parried by Dan Lincoln. Oldham's pressure doesn't last, and Dorking begin to work their way up the pitch.
Give it him, Arch! Get out of his way!
This way. Jimmy, tell him!
Oh my days.
This way, Macca! Jimmy, tell him! Give Jimmy.
The late challenge on Jimmy Mewett opens up the chance for Seb Bowerman to drop the ball into the mixer.
There he is.
Wanderers are enjoying a solid start with Oldham contained in their own half for the most part as the patterns of play emerge.
Good! Baz, take him here! Baz, take him here! Alfie, out of the way! One ball, Jimmy! One ball, Jimmy! Play into wingers! Into wingers! This side! Baz, this side!
Great ball. Pull back. Cutbacks.
Archie Proctor plays the best pass since Kim Basinger turned down boxing Helena, giving Seb Bowerman the chance to set up James McShane. He finds the net at the second attempt.
I feel like, Dukey, we're not sticking or twisting in midfield.
Niall's been
we have a full press or we don't.
Yeah, Niall give himself spare.
I don't think it works. No! No! Pick up! Listen to me. Hear me. In open play, tell Niall to go 2 for 2, him and Egan. I don't want his being spare. I want him man for man game. Tell Niall. Next goal! Next goal! Come on!
Dorking might have the lead, but they're not going to sit on it.
Touch, Siegs.
At their manager's insistence, they continue to attack the Oldham defence, with the second goal feeling inevitable.
Move it. Good. Good, Jim. Still going. All up. No, where's
Foot in.
Nick it. 36. Where is Alfie? Go at him! Go at him! Get him in the box!
Goal.
The game's going very well for Dorking, with Oldham rarely venturing into the Wanderers' half. But that changes 20 minutes in when Siddy Peck drives into the box. Peck sets up Ben Tollett, whose shot is saved by the foot of Lincoln, only for Mike Fondop-Tallam to poke it back into the net.
Baz, they've got to press the same as you. Arch, you and Seb, press. Jimmy.
Oldham's equalizer has come firmly against the run of play, and yet Dorking heads don't drop. Instead, they get back on pattern and go in search of a second goal.
Good, Jimmy. Now get
That's it. Well done, Jimmy. Having a good start. Well done, mate. Get Baz, get it back. Baz, get it back. Jimmy, feet. Jimmy, feet.
Patient. Dan, stay here. Good, Jim. Come on, Alf. Oh. Stay.
Relax. This side.
Archie.
Travel.
Come in.
Ed, get it back off him. Ed, go and get it. Ed.
That's more narrow until it comes this side.
Baz, Seb's too deep. One ball. This way. No, it's not. Right. Baz. He's here.
Dan.
No, he was there. This side.
Hi, Baz.
Do Ali.
Jimmy can get that straight to feet.
Block now. Left back. I do.
Mark has told his defenders to let Norman's drop kicks go all the way through to Dan Lincoln or out for a goal kick, but it might not be that simple.
Dan.
Another long kick from Norman makes its way into the no man's land between defence and goalkeeper.
See that? Leave it. Dan Lincoln, mate.
Jimmy!
Mate.
We're picking up.
Jimmy, behind you! Gotta be tighter, boys. Fucking goal, that is.
A moment of inspiration from Mike Fondop-Talham turns the game on its head as the striker flicks up the ball before lobbing it over Dan Lincoln's outstretched arm. As with the first Oldham goal, Dorking bounced back into an attack, but with Oldham defending so deeply, penetrating the back line is going to be really hard.
Jimmy!
Pass.
This game will be fucking. This game will be 3-all, 4-2, something stupid. You watch. Harry and Bob are going on at half time, yeah?
Definitely Harry.
Harry and Bob. Harry and Bobby.
H! Get yourself warm, yeah? What are you doing, Tax?
Archie and Egan.
Oldham are putting up with an onslaught from Dorking, and they're somehow not looking like conceding, regardless of the balls being thrown at their defence. With half-time just seconds away, Oldham make a trip up the pitch for a corner.
Good head, great headed head.
Get her out! Get her! Get her back! Tighter!
Handball! That's handball, man!
The Dorking bench are convinced that Peter Clark's arm has helped to bundle the ball past Jimmy Mewett, and while we think they may have a case, despite doing that thing that VAR do when they watch the same bits over and over again, we can't prove it conclusively. And we'll choose not to prove that Jimmy Mewett's heel is what knocks the ball over the line, because we really like Jimmy and we don't want to do that to him. Indeed, when we asked him what happened, he said, and I quote, "I was grappled, it was GBH."
To be fair, the players ain't going mad. Fucking shit, lads. Archie said first goal shit. Dan second's all about you. Have to come for that all day long. It's 4 yards out. Simple. Let's start owning things, lads. If we're in this together, let's start. You've been brilliant for me, Dan. That's your ball all day long. They done their bit, ducked out of it. They needed a big goal to stand clear it out. Done. Seb, you two, fucking no good. All the possession. You know in advance. You're seeing your teammates press the team. It was so loose your press that Niles left his man to try and help out. You know your bloke, right? Saying I know, don't get us the points back, although I appreciate it. Arch and Egan are coming off tactically. We have to try Arch, Bobby and Harry are going on. Your crosses now can be more floated, okay? We've got to get the next goal. It's fucking, you are making it hard on yourselves, man. They're fine margins. They're fine margins. If you don't come down and get it, it's a fine margin. It's 2-1, right? You lot, what, you're fucking hoping that your bloke ain't going to affect the game. He is. When you see him, get there. That's the fine margins, boys. Next goal. Listen, boys, we've got to make this a famous one, haven't we? We're going to have to make it we've done it a million times. We've done it a million times. But you can't just look around for answers. You can't fucking, we are dominating the ball and we're 1-0 up. And before the game, we say, we press like this, we do this. We're giving them fucking so much time. And then a keeper's kick that fucking bounces 4 yards out, ends up being a goal. Can't happen. Can't happen. You get a clean sheet second half, Dan, please. head down, keep doing everything you're doing. You stay wide and get this bloke. We have to get a next goal. You two have not done masses wrong, but we need to fucking mix it up here, okay? Right? Don't, whatever, if they go and get the next goal here, okay? We've got the fans on our back for the first time today, I'll tell you that now. I'll tell you that now, boys. Fucking 2,500 people come to watch us beat people, and every fucking week watch us have the ball, and then Fanny goes away. It ain't fucking good enough, boys. You, me, under pressure today. Today, boys. This game can't finish this way. I want fucking 11 McManuses. He don't do anything wrong, man. Wins his battles, carries the ball, passes it to his teammates. So easy. They've done nothing but score off the back of us being fucking average defending. That's it. Nothing. Literally nothing. Right? So, the biggest thing in our advantage here, we're going towards our fans. We're playing a team that have zero confidence. That won't change. That won't change. We get a next goal, they'll still have no confidence. Okay? Right? They are going to be telling them now to shell it on our defence. Shell the fucking ball. Right? Load of communication from you two, please. Get a clean sheet. If you get a clean sheet at the back, I promise you we'll get 2 or 3. We'll get 2 or 3 goals. All right, boys? There's no rush to get the next goal, though. Midfield, don't expose us. Okay? All right, we go again. Let's go. Come on. Fucking, mate, how the fuck? How do you explain it? Possession, goal. Possession, goal. Possession, goal. Every week. It's just literally 1-0 up. You couldn't be more, you know, you're fucking in control of the game. Literally in control of the game. Bobby, defend like fuck. They cannot. Don't forget, you are in a defensive position in this game, okay? Every time you can, you fucking cover round. When that Peck drops in and gets it, go in. That's why I scored. Didn't win with him. Go in there and win the ball. I don't think it was handball, you know. Nah, I don't think it is, but our boys, the appeal weren't strong enough.
Oh, Hummel kits. We really like Hummel kits, especially that colour. That's a really nice colour combination. Cholton had one like that once, you know. We haven't bought a Cholton kit in ages here at Bunch of Amateurs, but we would if they were made by fcfootballkit.com. We would definitely be heading straight down to the Cholton club shop to see what they'd come up with, because their designs are usually pretty good. Unique, you might say. Can you be very unique? A little bit unique? Surely it's unique or it's not unique. I don't know. Anyway, buy fcfootballkit.com stuff. The start of the half feels like one of those times when Dorking are dominance while heading towards the East Terrace, with the crowd sucking the ball into the net. But as has been the case in so much of this game, Oldham aren't willing to stand by and let it happen. They're certainly not playing like a side that hasn't won a single away fixture all season. Rightly or wrongly, the coaches are not happy with a number of decisions the referees made thus far. And while we're not really sure about that handball, quite how Bobby Joe is guilty of fouling someone when his arm's being pulled like that is beyond us.
It's the other way. It's the other way. It's the other way, mate. Harry's telling him.
The subsequent free kick very nearly cost Dorking.
Couldn't you have told him that was half hour, about half hour? He ain't got anything. He hasn't got. He ain't got a thing, mate. Bob, in you go. Tuck in, son.
Bobby Joe's been brought into the back three to provide an extra threat down the left-hand side in an overload kind of situation. But the Maverick winger / defender is taking time to warm up, much to his gaffer's frustration.
Bobby, what the fuck? Bobby! Fuck off! Come on!
We're not really sure what happens here, but whatever it is, the bench don't really agree with the decision to award a corner.
Fuck off! He's fucking guessing! Of course he's going to say slight touch. There's no touch.
Wanderers are playing much of the game in Oldham's half without threatening the goal, at least until Oldham find a way to get a counter-attack going. and on this occasion, the way they do that is particularly galling for Mark and co.
What's he doing? What's he fucking doing? Don't fucking help him out! That's twice he's fucking... Tell him.
There are few people, if any, who expected the referee to wave play on after seeing Bobby Joe get tripped by Mike Fondop-Talum. The striker himself did keep going and found himself in a one-on-one situation from which he was able to complete his hat-trick and bury Dorking's hopes of a comeback.
He wasn't fucking going.
Leave it.
He's put his whistle in his mouth twice.
You're not going to tell him then? You're not going to tell him it's a foul?
The perceived injustice powers Dorking to an immediate attack, although they still can't find a way to threaten Magnus Norman's goal.
Get back in, Bob! Get back in, Bob! Get back in, Bob!
At this point, it's hard to imagine Dorking's day getting any worse, but in truth, that's just a sign of a lack of imagination.
Oh my God, Bob.
Fucking 5-1.
Bob's square pass is intercepted by Ellis Chapman, and the rest of the Dorking team can only watch in horror as the Oldham midfielder slots past Dan Lincoln to make it, astonishingly, 5-1 to the away side.
Sir, come on! Keep this going, come on, don't die, come on! Don't just hide, come on. Niall! Come on, don't just hide! Dan, come on, let's keep going! Keep it! Can't say we have a spell now, come on. Get this side, Niall! This side! Talk it over! Bobby, out! Come out!
Coach Carl is doing everything he can to motivate the team, and to his credits, they do keep plugging away. Still, the game is done. All Dorking's players can do now is play for their own self-respect.
This side, Seb, go work! Work, Seb! Good, Dan! Have you go, Noel, get central! Read! Alex!
Well done, Dave, mate. Well deserved, mate.
Well done.
Cheers, Fanny, mate. Well done, mate. Cheers, boys. Cheers, lads. Cheers, boys. All the best. Cheers, mate. All the best, mate. Cheers. No fucking sorries. Fucking sorry. It ain't fucking sorry. It's fucking done. When it's sorry, it's too fucking late. Fuck your sorries. Fuck your fucking sorries. Fucking shambles. Fucking shambles. Defensive fuck individuals. I don't fucking understand it. I don't fucking get it. You're in control of the game. It's a fine margin sport, man. You all go out there with your departmental roles. And your department doesn't make mistakes. Now, it does have a variance for mistakes because every team concedes goals. But not every fucking week. If I'm like someone that maybe can do better for something, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I want to play in the National League, I want to play in telly. I want to play in big matches. I want to play big games, man. I don't want to be at fucking or fucking. I'm putting faith in you boys But I have to talk about this. I have to go and talk to people about it. Fucking what do you say, man? Dominate, 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 goal. Dominate, 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 goal. Dominate, 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 goal. Oh, fuck, we're 3-1 down here. 45 minutes, bosh. Do you know what I'm saying? The bottom line is, I'll go out the room in a minute. Baz will say, we've got to sort it out. People will say, sorry. Sorry means nothing. Sorry means fuck all. It means nothing. I appreciate the intent. But the intent is when you're out there. The intent is, my bloke is tucking in. He's a danger. When he tucks in, I'll go with him, right? When they come this side, we fucking press that side down. Hard for me to fucking swallow. Maybe our biggest ever home defeat, I don't know, against a team who were in the bottom, whatever, I don't know. Because I've got myself down as a pretty good communicator. And I keep telling you there are no fucking margins for error at this level. Do something wrong, some bloke, chest, what a fucking goal. Because tonight, the rhetoric is, they're fucking struggling. They're struggling, Wanderers. That's the rhetoric. But we ain't struggling. We're not struggling. We're just struggling to defend. There's a fucking big difference. This is not a team without goals. It's not a team without possession. If we get a second goal, game could have been 6-0, 6-1. Right? So it is fucking pointless anyone saying sorry. Pointless anyone messaging me, don't bother. Fortunately, it's 3 points, and it's only 3 points, and there's a long fucking way to go. I've got to fucking talk about that, man. That is fucking shit. Right, see you Tuesday. Simple. Management, let's get together quick. Literally before the start of the game, and I just, obviously having not, oh for fuck's sake. Fucking hell, I took the soap out of that. I thought I'd wasted enough all season. That's fucking pelters for me. I say us, but I'm the one that gets the pelters. That's pelters, mate. You can't disguise 5-1 fucking disgrace, mate. Jukes?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, searching for the answers, mate. I don't know. It's obviously them. It must be part of us as well. We are fucking on our arse, mate. Proper.
After last week, we've worked so hard in defending and training and telling things, your patterns and everything was brilliant Thursday. You can't do any more than that. It's just, you can't give people that fucking desire to come and fucking stop the goal.
Yeah, listen, we always have to start with us, 100%. I mean, ultimately, I picked the team today. Obviously, at the moment, we couldn't fucking beat an egg, right? The thing is, the deflation that goes through the team is on another level. Fuck me, wish me luck. Today was a fucking hammer blows, man. That was fucking hard. Like, the deflation that went through the team. You're 1-0 up, in control of the game. You're 1-0 up. You're playing your football. You're relatively, when I say in control, Oldham weren't threatening, long balls dumped. But the thing is, you can talk about, as you say, you can talk about it till the cows come home. Every week it's a different story, different person at fault. We've got some fucking serious thinking to do, mate. See, other teams, they play a basic way, and it works, obviously. They'll go back to front. So you can bring in a defender and go, all right, John, we're signing you now. You're good. You're 6'3". Right, you head it that way, you kick it that way, no problem. But because of the way we play, because of our sort of DNA, and we're not going to change that, well, you need boys that come in that we can really get up to speed, and that's going to be difficult. I think it's going to be a difficult second half of the season. I think it's our biggest test we've had. I think coming off here today, 5-1, we beat ourselves. There's no fucking question. Barring the second goal, which is a real moment of quality, we beat ourselves on another level. And it sounds disrespectful to the opposition because, they'll be thinking, well, hold on a minute, we got a couple of good goals there, and they did. They did, but as a manager, when you look at the errors, the basic stuff, pressing man for man the way we're supposed to, the space we gave them, keeper sweeping. I said to him, there's going to be a big wind that we're facing first half. Ed, do me a favour, try not to. Like Zach, I said it before the game, whatever you do, Ed, try not to get your head on it because I don't want to concede corners and that. And he done it perfect, ducked under it, keeper's there, can you win it? And I'm making a big deal out of one goal because they're fucking hammer blows, Rich. They're fucking hammer blows, mate. And the rest of the team are like, oh, here we go. So, disappointing, work to do. got to take the rough with the smooth, mate. That's life. That's how it works. So that's where we are.
Thanks for watching Bunch of Amateurs. You can get longer versions of these episodes on Patreon and you get them a week earlier. We're going to do what other channels do. They thank their patrons. So thanks to Alfie Lloyder, is that his name? Charles Fish, Mark Carter, Cheney, James Conway. Thanks, guys, for your support. It really helps make the show.